I would say another lesson that I learned here, or I think all of these were things that I may had already known, but sometimes I needed a little slap on the face to kind of to remember, and that there's multiple ways to make money. I went back and looked at some of our podcasts. We had an episode on turnkey rental properties where you really don't have to do anything. I mean, you're outsourcing the property management, they're finding it and the repairs. Simple way to get that first initial step in real estate. We also interviewed about building a brand on Amazon. And I know oftentimes the biggest obstacle people think they have is the lack of capital.
Yeah.
But we had not one, not two, but 3 different podcasts this year talking about ways that you can buy and or control real estate without using your own money. And it was just some ways of creative financing. And those are going to take a little effort, but the rewards can be extremely fruitful. And the point I want to make is that if you have time, but you have a little bit of money, start looking at some of these episodes. We're going to have them listed in the show notes, but start a business, right? And if you have a good idea or a good process, money will find you, right? Because on the flip side, there's a lot of people that have money, but they have such little time. And so for something like that, we have some podcast that maybe turnkey real estate is perfect for you. And then we also had interviewed a guy who they go around and it's a syndication where they buy parking lots and mobile home parks. Again, that is very passive. So I think the point is there's a lot of opportunity out there, whether you have the time or the money. The next thing you need to do is to take action.
Nice. Great point. My second point that I had here, again, kind of falls in line with what you're talking about. But again, this topic was probably the second most discussed interview that we had, at least from my point of view. And that was our interview with Scott Jelinek.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, with the art of the slow flip. And so he has a strategy that he shared with us where there's a market out there where banks are not servicing individuals that want to buy properties at a certain dollar amount. And so there's absolutely an opportunity for investors to come in and essentially take the place of the bank and offer that financing to them. And so he walks you through that whole process. And again, it's an opportunity where you don't need a lot of money, right? Is you can come in and you can acquire properties for less than $100,000 with very little out of pocket. And then you're essentially becoming the bank, you're financing it over the next 30 years. And so that was a great interview. Not only did we get a response from what I would say is our clients, we got a good response from his clients. So he's got kind of a group that he talks to and works with. And there was a pretty good outpouring of people that were reaching out to us to discuss how to partner up infinite banking concept with the art of the slow flip. And so, again, as I look back at the end of the year, great opportunity for the both of us.
And you know what was also great about that episode is we had a few clients that were already incorporating the art of the slow flip. So it's good. And those people are also in our community. So you can ask them questions, which I'm going to allude back to that here in a little bit later.
All right, Anthony, what's your third point here? What do you got?
You want to see the entire episode? Click here. If you want to learn how investors use infinite banking to increase their returns and lower their taxes, click here. If you want to see if infinite banking is for you and you have some questions, hop on a discovery call with us and one of our coaches. The link for that will be in the description.